All right, Shalom. All right, back with another lesson here. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to you, brothers old fleck, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right, so this video here, just going to kind of hit on protection starts with the fear of the Lord. All right, so it starts with fear. All right, because when you fear the Lord, you'll do what is expected of you. You'll do what's instructed of you. Okay, you'll do what's pleasing unto the Lord. All right. So this is Sirach chapter 19, verse 18. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him, and wisdom obtaineth His love." All right. So, in order for the Lord to accept you, you have to first fear Him. Okay. And I also want to bring out a point of respect is also a byproduct of fear. Okay, it first starts with fear. That's why the scriptures say that through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. Okay, through understanding the fact that He could really jack you up, understand the fact that He could really put some hell on you, and you can't do anything about it. You know, it would persuade you or move you to fear Him. All right, and that's why through that terror and knowing what Yahweh Shem Shai can do, we are persuaded to serve Him. Okay, we're persuaded to love Him. Okay, and that's why I say this is the first step to be accepted of Him, because okay, you start out fearing Him. You know, oh man, I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want these calamities to come up on me. These different things like that. But as time progresses on, the more and more you understand what's being asked of you, the reason why it's being asked of you, you come to respect the Lord. That's why I say that respect is a byproduct of fear. All right, and it says, verse 19, "The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life." That's why understanding this word, or getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's within here is literally brings you to life. This is where life is at. It's within this word. Okay, you can't go out in the world and find it because it's not there. All right, the life is right here in the scriptures. It's given to you, and thus that's why when we went off or went against what the Lord asked of us, we got death. Okay, because through disobedience was sin brought into the world. Okay, and therefore we all die. And it says, "And they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality." That's why I just said life is the commandments. Knowledge of the commandments is the doctrine of life. Okay, therefore, when we're in the kingdom, we'll have the laws, statutes, and commandments written within us. So therefore, we will obtain that immortality. Okay, because we can't fully keep it on this side. We corruptible. Okay, so this flesh has to die. We can't eat of the fruit of the tree of life on this side. Okay, but in the kingdom we can. All right, verse 20. "The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of His omnipotency," or some people might say omnipotency. Okay, but the wisdom comes from the performance of the law. Why? Because the law is literally the instructions of life. Okay, the Lord set up a particular way in which we must live life on this earth. He set up a way for how to yield the increase or the fruit of the earth. Okay, He set up a particular way, instructions on how to do it, and therefore if you go against it, you get death. That's how simple it is. All right. Okay, and matter of fact, it says, "and the knowledge of His omnipotency." Let's just look up that word, omnipotency, real quick. And I'm gonna just look up omnipotent. All right, and it says this from the freedictionary.com. Omnipotent, having unlimited or universal power, authority, or force. All powerful. Okay, one having unlimited power or authority, omnipotent, God used with thee, having a very great or unlimited power. Okay, so the only omnipotent one is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Most High Yahweh. Okay, because he literally has all power. So you can't question him. You can't say, well, why all these people dying in the earth? Why this going on? Why that going on? Well, I say, why not? Okay, it's all his creation. He's omnipotent. He can do whatever he wants to do with his power. Simple as that. Like, I mean, you really can't get around it. I mean, well, you can ask the question of why. I mean, it's not gonna get you anywhere. All right. Let's see. So this is let's see, Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life." Okay, the things that are written within this book. Okay, you keep these laws, you keep, what the Lord has asked of you. You'll come to life. You'll gain that everlasting life. You'll get that new body, that new abode. All right, and it says, "But such as leave it shall die." Okay, that's why I said, through sin, death, or through disobedience of what? Not keeping the law. Death was brought into the world, or sin was brought into the world, and a byproduct of sin is death. Okay, that's why understanding these scriptures, keeping these laws to the best of our abilities, because we can't fully keep it on this side. All right, is what's best. That's how we'll obtain everlasting life. Okay. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it." Okay, wisdom is what's going to give you life. Wisdom is knowledge applied. Okay, we gain this knowledge. You read the scriptures, you study, you go through them, you gain the knowledge of them. But then through life, you gain experience. And with experience comes the wisdom of how to apply the knowledge in which you have obtained in the scriptures. Okay? But that's why it says that wisdom is a defense. Okay? It'll defend you or help you to evade some of the problems in the world. Okay? Some of the problems that arise, you use wisdom to evade them. You use wisdom to counter them. You use wisdom to get around them. Okay? Wisdom is your defense, and having a thorough knowledge of these scriptures is greater than anything. All right, this is how you fend off. The threats. Okay, the demons, you fend it off through wisdom. Okay, this is why you gotta stay locked in to the scriptures, locked into the brotherhood. All right, because you also have amongst the brotherhood a righteous counsel. Okay, that's why that when it goes back into the doctrine of life, you have the correct way of doing things, and you have the incorrect way of doing things, which leads to death. You have the righteous way of doing things. You have the unrighteous way of doing things. Okay, correct and righteous leads to life. Incorrect and unrighteous lead to death. Okay, and you have a brotherhood who, where you can seek out wise counsel on different matters, things that you may not have experienced. That brothers can, it's kind of give you a little game of, okay, hey, when I went through this what happened, this what I did, or this is what I did and it didn't work. All right, I fucked some shit up by doing it this way, so don't do this. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, but therefore, that's why wisdom comes through experience. And if you are around experienced men or experienced brothers, hey, seek out that counsel. All right, this Psalm chapter 57. Let's see, verse 1. It says, "Be merciful unto me, O power. Be merciful unto me, For my soul trusteth in thee. This is why I said protection comes with the fear. Okay. For my soul trusteth in thee, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. All right. So in order to trust in the Lord, you have to believe in him and you have to fear him. Okay. Because when you fear him, that's why I said respect is a byproduct of fear. Because after time, you'll gain a particular, you'll gain amount of respect for the Lord. Okay, and then within that respect, you'll understand that, hey, he's not going to leave you. He's not going to forsake you. He ain't going to let you fall. Or if you fall, he'll allow you to get back up. You got to go through it. Basically understanding that these things that you're going through is meant to build you up, make you stronger. Okay, meant to purge off and burn off those impurities. Okay, to make you better at the end of the day. That's everything that we're going through is literally to make you better. Okay. Whether you believe it or not. I mean, if you think that, oh, Lord, just, or like these people that don't believe, they use an example of saying that God is a little kid with a magnifying glass, or he's just a little kid. No, everything that the Lord is doing is very strategic. It's very precise. Okay, our power is a very strategic and precise power. Okay, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's surgical with everything that he's doing. Precision. Okay. But it says, be merciful unto me, O power. Be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make refuge until these calamities be overpassed. And when it says the shadow of the wings, those wings, that's a representation of protection. Okay. This is why I said that fear or protection comes from that fear. Because David was fearing the Lord, he understood that the Lord can protect him. All right, I'm gonna get one last example, and then we'll close it out. Just kind of showing that shadow, meaning that protection. Let's see. This is Psalm chapter 17, verse 8. It says, "Keep me as the apple of the eye," okay, meaning focus. Okay, that apple goes into that pupil. Okay, when we see things out of our pupil. Okay, within our eye, you have the breakdown of it and everything, but within it is the pupil, and that's what we use to see things. Okay, he's saying, "Keep me as the apple keep me as the apple of the eye," which is the pupil, meaning keep your focus on me, Lord. I never want you to take your eyes off me. I always want you to be with me. Okay. And it says, "Hide me under the shadow of thy wings." Okay. Meaning that protection. That's one way, birds protect their young, especially when they're young, when they're newborns, when they're newly hatched. They put their wings around them to protect them from different things. Okay. But it says, verse 9, I'm going to start at verse 8 again. "Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about." Okay? So he's praying for protection from my enemies. And that's something that we need to pray for too. Okay? Especially times coming up, because they getting ready to come down, knowing that Esau getting ready to come down, knowing they got that short time about to come down with that great wrath. We're going to need that protection. But that protection starts with that fear. And now is the time to fear the Lord, understand what he wants, what he's asking of us. Okay? So thus he will protect us in those days or when that time comes. Okay? So it was just a quick little short to the point lesson. So call all Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai B'Shem Kodash. Hope you're edified. Shalom.